Hi, I'm DW. I'm in the United States Army, as some of y'all know from the previous videos I've done. My topic today is just going to be something that happened here very recently, and it's just going to be more kind of talking about it instead of like maybe an educational thing. So last night, President Trump issued a new policy regarding transgender troops in the military. I haven't been able to find an actual copy of the policy yet, but from the various news articles that I've read, my general understanding of it at this moment is that recruits that are transgender can only be accepted if they have been stable in their gender for 3 years, or if they have gender dysphoria that does not require like a gender change. And as far as people already in the military, it seems like you would be like kicked out or chaptered if you have gender dysphoria that would create or that would need to be treated, like you would need to transition, or those who have already started the process under the Obama administration, under the old rule that was in place for a couple years, would be grandfathered in. That's my understanding of it. Now, whether that's exactly what it says right now, I don't know, because I haven't been able to find an actual copy of policy, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know what kind of medical treatment we're still going to be able to get, which is kind of concerning, because for some troops who have already started hormone replacement therapy, it's gonna be very difficult for them, because if they're no longer going to have access to that treatment, but they've already started that, they're going to have to do either one of two things. They're going to have to either stop HRT or start paying for it out of pocket, which paying out of pocket is fine. It's just not something that people plan for, and that these people have planned for, and it's typically something people plan for a long time and start saving up, because it can be very expensive. Or if they stop HRT, I mean, that can cause a whole host of issues, because I mean, you've been starting this transition, you started taking, either testosterone or estrogen, and it's changing your body, and once you stop that, it's gonna just a whole host of issues. So a couple of definitions. Gender dysphoria is what transgender people have when they do not feel like they're in the right body, essentially. So like for me, it's like I look in the mirror and I see a female body, and that's very dysphoric to me, because it doesn't match the image I have of myself in my head. It kind of makes me feel disassociated from my body. This is not me. So that's what gender dysphoria is. Transitioning, the process of transitioning is, going from one to the other. Not all transgender people transition. Every transition is different. Some people do one thing, some people do another thing. Not going to get into that. Those are just some definitions. So yeah, anyway, I don't really know what this is going to mean for me now, because I mean, my doctors and my NCO are aware of the situation, and I've started the process on the behavioral side on the mental and mental care aspect, but I haven't actually started anything medically, so I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to do that now. I don't know if I try, if I'm going to get kicked out. I don't really know. This is really frustrating for me, because I don't know what I can do. I don't know if, like looking at 6 months in the future, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be here still, or if I'm going to be, out of the military looking for another job. You know, I don't know if I'm going to have any kind of health care when I leave the military now. Which, I mean, a lot of people who leave the military don't get health care under the circumstances that they leave. But it's like, what's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen to us? Especially those of us that are in odd stages, like where I am. Like, we're kind of started, but we're not really started. And for the people who are on HRT, like I said, you know, if they're going to have to stop taking it, like, that can be really bad. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, that was just my interpretation of what's going on right now. I haven't been able to find actual policy. Once I find it, I'll read it and go over it, and we'll put up another video. But until then, that's what I've got. Just trying to keep everybody updated, in case you didn't really know what was going on, or in case you were curious to see what was going on. Yeah. See you all around.